650, in association with Tom Lucas Productions, presents Radio Real Estate. In the middle of us. And now, here are your hosts, Bill Macklem, Fern Northcutt, and Tom Lucas.
Well, as our friend Meatloaf once said, 2 out of 3 isn't bad, right?
Write a song about that.
There is a song about that. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I'm glad you're back, Fern. Nice to see you.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, welcome back. You were in England on a special assignment yesterday or last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you find out why they decided to leave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real interesting, and nobody can really tell me about Ireland itself. We all hear about Northern Ireland wanted to stay.
Right.
But what about Ireland itself?
What about Scotland?
Scotland?
They wanted to stay too, I think.
They wanted to stay.
So you were there for the whole voting situation. You know basically why they're leaving. As the show goes on this morning, you'll tell us why they're leaving. But more importantly, you found out some prices of real estate over in England, Great Britain.
Found out some prices of real estate. You want me to talk about them?
Sure.
Okay. My cousins live 50 miles south of London, and I actually found a little home in their village that I quite like. But when I went through the real estate office there, of course, and there's a place in Hastings which is a townhouse, and it's listed at £259.
In dollars, how much is that?
And we worked it out to about $519, which if you bought that in White Rock, you'd probably be paying about $600,000.
About $600,000.
Yeah. So when you get in the burbs of London, and I'm talking the burbs because London isn't cheap, it's
pretty expensive.
Yep. More than Vancouver, but you get into the burbs, and hey, I was surprised.
Well, that's good. That's good. So you have more housing prices from Great Britain. We'll get to that in a second. I think we're going to go to Calgary now. Are we going to Calgary? Bill, are you there?
Yes, I am. I'm up here in Prince George.
Oh, that's not Calgary at all.
No.
Nobody tells me where you are. You're like Fern. You just gallivant. You just go around the world. You just spread your joy here, there, and everywhere.
At least we leave you here to be our anchor man.
True, baby.
Yeah, you guys go around the world, and you leave me and Dwayne back here alone. So what's new and exciting in your world?
I tell you, there's some interesting stories up here. We're going to cover some interesting things over the next hour about Prince George and housing and the cost of housing. It's going to be wonderful.
Well, that's Bill Macklem. He is the president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. He's the resident expert on the program. He'll be having the weekly mortgage rate update from Prince George in just a few seconds. Other than that, Fern, what else is going on this morning?
Our radio real estate home handyman, Finn Jensen, is with us this morning, and he's going to chat with us about real estate speculation.
Woohoo! Real estate speculation. I'm looking forward to that, Bill.
Monica Dinabriga, president of Mummy Maid, says if you've just sold your house, congratulations. Now the real fun begins.
Yeah, no kidding. The real estate headlines, the radio headlines, are coming up in just a few minutes. We'll read the headlines from the stories that made the news this week. And holy cow, what a week it's been.
All over the world.
All sorts of great stories. Bill and Fern will give us their expert opinions. And we continue our new financial series with Norm Holmes, the vice president of Pioneer West Acceptance. And this morning, Norm talks about how to properly invest in a mortgage certificate.
And Bill's mortgage question of the week is coming up. If you have a question, leave it on our website, RadioRealEstateJuly16th2016. That's RadioRealEstateJuly16th2016. And Bill will answer it on next weekend's show.
Andrea Jock of Keller Williams Elite Realty is on the show this morning, and she will talk about what's happening with real estate in the Tri-Cities area.
And then we have Don Mortimer from Remax Crest Realty is on our show to look at the Greater Vancouver real estate market. And
we'll be speaking with Alan Stewart of Royal LePage. We're going to talk about the second quarter house price survey, which was just released earlier this week. So lots coming up on the show, right?
It certainly is. And so it is 10:03, and you're listening to Radio Real Estate on CL 650.
And it's time now for this week's mortgage rate update with Bill Macklem, the president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. We've got him on the line all the way live and direct from Prince George, British Columbia. Good morning, Willie. What's going on?
Hey, buddy. The rates are fabulous. The rates are still down low. We've got a 5-year rate at 2.44. We've got a variable rate at as low as 2.2. Rates are going great. The government of Canada is trying to restrict a little bit of the qualification appeal on homes, so they've raised the qualifying rate for those people who want a less than a 5-year close. So before you used qualifying a 4.68 rate, you were up to a 4.74. Not a huge change, but a change.
It seems to me, now correct me if I'm wrong, because I've made a career out of being wrong before in my life, but is somebody trying to make it more difficult for people like me to get mortgages?
Yes, they are.
Thank you.
I mean, that would be the simple answer. That they're trying to make it more difficult. They're trying to put in some restrictions so that it's tougher for people to get mortgages, and then when they do get them, they're going to be solid with them.
I see. So mortgage is it's hard to say. More mortgage information is coming up on the program. It's easy for me to say, huh? It's easier for Bill to say. You want a good deal on a mortgage? Yeah, go see Bill Macklem, then see our friend Fern. So, Fern, what else is going to be happening on the program? We're going to be talking with Bill. He has a mortgage question of the week a little bit later on.
So you're listening to Vancouver's original on-air open house on Radio Real Estate, CL 650.
Good morning. It's Tom Lucas from the Radio Real Estate Show, and here's Mike Farkas, the service manager at North Vancouver and East End. How's your weekend going so far?
How can it not be fantastic here in Vancouver? I have something that's going to blow you away. Any Nissan, from the trucks to the cars, we're offering 10% off any purchase and installation of genuine Nissan accessories, so you can pimp it out and just make it your own.
So it's that easy to do, 10% off.
Absolutely.
I can book online?
24/7. NorthVancouverNissan.com.
Hi, this is Fern Northcott of Remax Performance. Your real estate dreams begin with you. Baby boomers move for various reasons. Perhaps your home is just too big, or you want to buy that toy you always wanted. Together, we will make that happen. Call or text me, Fern Northcott, 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066, or visit fnorthcott.com.
Hi, it's Tom Lucas with Norm Holmes, Vice President of Pioneer West. Norm, we've talked about MIX before. I need to know, how safe are they?
I consider that MIX shares are a very safe investment. The benefit is that if there's ever any loss on the portfolio, it's taken out of the fund to reduce the yield. And I would compare them similar to a bond in terms of risk security.
To get more information on MIX, go to pioneerwest.com. That's pioneerwest.com.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem from Dominion Macklem Mortgages. We have found that most consumers automatically sign their mortgage renewal statements. Most banks have a higher than 90% renewal rate, so there's no incentive to give the best rates on renewal. Most people will not change lenders due to the hassle factor. Let us do the shopping for you. Call Dominion Macklem Mortgages today.
CL 650. We get letters. We get stacks and stacks of letters.
Well, the one letter I got last week said, Dear Tom. It was from Fern. I thought you were trying to tell me something.
It's better than Dear John.
A lot better than Dear John. Hi, Dear Tom. I'm in England, and guess what? I like it. I'm staying. 7 minutes after 10 o'clock, it's the Radio Real Estate Show. Tom Lucas with Fern Northcott, and Bill Macklem is on location in Prince George this morning. Alas and alack, though, Bill can't get away. We have a question for Willie, right?
I love technology. This is for you, Bill. This week's question comes from Janie Marley of Coquitlam. Janie says, Bill, will you please explain the differences between a closed and an open mortgage?
Hey, well, thanks, Fern. That's a great question from Janie. There's a difference between closed and open mortgages. Of course there is. A closed mortgage only allows predetermined annual lump sum payments, predetermined increase in monthly mortgage payments, but you have a significant penalty if you pay it out in full before the end of the term. So that's what a closed mortgage is. So you're closed for the 5 years, the 3 years, the 10 years, whatever term you take. On an open mortgage, you can be paid off in full at any time with no penalty. So it's good for those clients who believe they'll sell their home in the next 3 to 6 months, those who are expecting to win the lottery, those considering a refinancing for home renovation, or even a homeowner expecting an inheritance or wants to make extra lump sum payment. So there is a difference. And the difference on a fixed versus an open is that you do have these penalties. But if you do a calculation, there's about the 5 or the 6 or 7th month process, you will find that if you had a closed variable as opposed to an open mortgage, you would actually have a less of a pay penalty in that time frame anyway. So if you want more information about the closed versus open versus variable, you probably want to give me a call at 604-684-4663.
So different products available for different people, right, Bill?
Absolutely. And you can customize them to fit anybody's needs. You always got to figure out what's going to happen not only today, but what's going to happen 6 months to 2 years down the road. So you can make sure that your clients are well armed with all the information they need to make these decisions.
Customizing is the key. For expert mortgage information online, visit billymac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, MAC.com. Or call Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-4663.
Thank you, Fern. It's 10 minutes after 10 o'clock. It's the Radio Real Estate program. Time now for Andrea Jock of Keller Williams Elite Realty. We have her on the line, and we're going to check out what's going on in the Tri-Cities this morning, Andrea. Hello there.
Good morning, Tom. Hi, everyone.
How the heck have you been? I haven't talked to you now for 7 whole days. I've been missing you.
You know what? I've been really good, very busy, lots going on this summer. Today I'm very excited to talk about a beautiful ocean view oasis with your own shared dock. Welcome to your private retreat nestled amongst a Stanley Park-like setting. This sensational home features everything you could possibly want to take full advantage of the Belcarra lifestyle. From the moment you step into this beautiful 3,700 square foot residence, you will be impressed with the open concept floor plan over 2 levels, gorgeous hardwood flooring, oversized windows capturing the spectacular water views from every seaside window of the home. You will love the fully renovated gourmet kitchen offering top-of-the-line KitchenAid and Jenner appliances, beautiful cabinetry, and a fantastic wine bar. Also featuring a cozy fire room with stone fireplace leading to the large private oceanside patio. Come by and visit the open house today and tomorrow from 1 to 4 p.m. on the market for $1.898. This is Andrea Jock for Radio Real Estate.
To get in touch with Andrea, call her at 604-683-3124, 604-683-3124, or by visiting pinnaclegrouprem.com. That's pinnaclegrouprem.com.
Thank you so much, Fern. Coming up, we'll be chatting with the radio real estate guru. We're going to talk some more with Fern. We'll talk some more with Bill. We're also going to talk again this morning with our friend Norm Holmes, who is the vice president over at Pioneer West Acceptance. He's going to talk about MIX this morning, and he's going to talk about, the proper ways to invest in a MIX. And you know all about that.
Yes, I invest in MIX.
They're good things.
Yeah, I'm a great believer in MIX.
We've been talking about MIX for a while, and if you want to know anything about MIX, if you don't want to call Norm, give Fern a call, and you'll explain it. Get a MIX. It's a good thing, because you make more money than you make it by putting your dough in the bank.
7.75%. That's what I made last year.
It's a lot more money than, yeah.
No kidding.
Okay, well, it's 10 after 11 o'clock. What else has happened this morning, Fern?
Good morning. This is Fern Northcott of Remax Performance Realty with our mortgage expert, Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgage. Producer, Dwayne Bishop and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Radio Real Estate, Vancouver's original on-air open house on CL 650.
Good morning. It's Tom Lucas from the Radio Real Estate Show, and here's Mike Farkas, the service manager at North Vancouver and Easton. How's your weekend going so far?
How can it not be fantastic here in Vancouver? I have something that's going to blow you away. Any Nissan, from the trucks to the cars, we're offering 10% off any purchase and installation of genuine Nissan accessories, so you can pimp it out and just make it your own.
So it's that easy to do, 10% off?
Absolutely.
I can book online?
24/7, northvancouvernissan.com.
Hi, it's Bill Macklem from Dominion Macklem Mortgages. We all need specific types of mortgage financing. You may have bought your next home and not sold your current place. We have financing for that. You may not be able to prove your income for the mortgage you require. We have a lender for that. Call us, Dominion Macklem Mortgages today, 604-684-4663, 604-684-HOME.
Vancouver weather.
Mainly cloudy today. The expected high in the low 20s. There's going to be some sun in the forecast again for tomorrow. Monday, back to work, back to school. Well, no, are we back to school yet?
I think so.
Still
That's
summer.
September,
Is it summertime?
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Good fool me. My goodness. Well, right now the temperature is roughly, 14 degrees here on the West Coast.
CL 650.
Well, let me see. We're here today. We did win the big lottery last night. Did you win the? No, I guess not.
That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. Because that's what Bill's. Bill's in Prince George. Maybe he won some money.
Maybe he did.
Maybe we did.
Haven't checked yet.
Check. You check. You tell you what. We're going to talk to Norm. You go check the mail, then come back. How's that?
No, because I don't check them. It means I still might have won. If I check, I might find out I didn't.
Oh,
You're
I
a little
see.
delusional.
So therefore I'm keeping a positive attitude.
Well
boy.
done.
It's Radio Real Estate on CL 650. Norm Holmes is here. Norm is the vice president of Pioneer West Acceptance Corporation. He's on the line right now. Good morning. How are you?
Hello, Tom. At Pioneer West, we have many clients who invest in mortgages with their registered accounts, such as RSPs, RIFs, or TFSAs. Our MIX shares provide the benefit of compound interest in registered accounts, as explained in our previous segment on the Rule of 72. Clients wanting to invest their registered accounts in mortgage investments will probably have to change their trustee from their bank to a trust company or credit union. Although mortgages and MIX shares are an approved investment for registered accounts, the banks don't normally handle them because they don't make money from them. There are many good mutual funds that the banks also don't handle for the same reason. But there are many national trust companies and credit unions that allow their clients to invest in mortgages through their registered accounts. And investing in mortgages allows investors to participate in the Canadian real estate market which has historically provided a 5.4% return. Pioneer West is an agent for trust companies and credit unions and can show you how to manage and invest your RSP, RIF, TFSA in secure mortgage investments. Contact us at pioneerwest.com or call 604-987-1420. This is Norm Holmes for Radio Real Estate.
Again, for more information, call Norm at 604-987-1420. That's 604-987-1420, or visit pioneerwest.com. That's pioneerwest.com.
Billy, I just thought we'd take this opportunity. What's the weather like up in Prince George right now?
20 above.
Ooh.
And sunny and blue sky.
Jealous.
But it has rained the last 4 days.
Is that okay? Now I feel a lot better. Feeling a lot.
Fires.
It's 10:15 on the Radio Real Estate Show. Tom Lucas with Fern Northcott. Bill Macklem is here. And Dwayne Bishop is here. He's our producer. He keeps the show on the air this morning. I think right now it's time for some headline news. Are you guys ready? There we go. Oh my goodness, what a week it has been in real estate. What a week it has been. First of all, Dateline Ottawa. A leaked document, a bombshell. A document was released to the South China Post early in the morning, and it indicates that the Canada Revenue Agency conducted only one successful global audit last year of so-called astronaut millionaires. Those are immigrants, by the way, who buy pricey homes, settle their families, and then fail to report their worldwide taxable income.
You think?
You think? You think that's happening?
No, not in Canada Revenue.
No. I guess Canada...
They're so efficient.
Well, that's true. Bill, what do you think?
And what was the incentive? I mean, there's no incentive for the Canada Revenue to even do this work. I mean, there's no teeth in any kind of the legislation, so why even waste our time? I mean, if you're really serious about it, do something about it, or get it off the books.
Sounds like my mother. If you're really serious about it, do something about it.
Well, that's it.
Absolutely.
It's just lip service.
It seems to me, you guys, you're right. With this subject, it just seems to be going around the block of the dog chasing its tail.
Flavor of the week.
Yeah.
We're a banana republic. We make up all these rules. We have nobody that's going to enforce them. And even if we had found someone that had done it, what are we going to do to them?
Yeah, that's true. Here's another good one. You want a new home? Lately, it's VIPs, very important persons. Well, could mean something else. But VIPs only, prospective condo buyers have been left out as developers sell to family and friends first.
Family and friends first, and then offshore? And then we get what's left over.
I see.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, Bill, sounds like you have something else on your mind. Yes, Bill?
Well, so what? So, I mean, okay, so if you're a realtor and you have a bunch of clients and some of them happen to be family and friends, what would be your normal inclination? If you were running a business store and there's a sale on stuff at the Canadian Tire store and your friends came in and some other customers, I mean, your natural inclination is to give your friends or family, the people that you know, the opportunity first. I mean, that's just natural human natures. I mean, I'm sorry, but if places are being sold with realtors, the realtors are cautious and they're good business people. They're going to do the best job possible, but they're going to work with the people that they know the best.
So what you're saying then, Bill, is sell to family and friends first, but charge them more, right?
No, I didn't say that.
I think it just also shows that you believe in your product.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, but it looks like we're just looking for something, and obviously the newspapers don't have enough to report on, so let's report on this.
We're always looking for something here. Let me tell you, 18 after 10 o'clock, Hastings Street's tent city is growing. The movement is downtown, and it's going to protest the lack of affordable housing. I asked this question. You can have all the protests you want, but do they really do any good?
In Portland, when I was down there last winter and was stuck for 10 days, they're homeless there. They can hire a lawyer, and the state pays for it.
Well, I can't hire a lawyer and have somebody pay for it. Bill, can you?
I know. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Court cases are going because they're homeless and they have their own lawyer.
All these folks downtown have my empathy. They really, really, really do. But I'm just asking the question, that the lack of affordable housing, is that going to be taken care of because they're having this sit-in downtown?
Not a chance. Not a chance. I mean, if they're really serious about it, they want the politicians to get off their sorry butts and make the changes in terms of the cost of getting property into buildings and situations, plus making sure that they don't have a year or 12 months or 14 months for building permits to be issued. I mean, come on. I mean, you can't talk out both sides of your mouth.
Or just call your lawyer, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, or just call your lawyer.
Yeah,
all right, here's a good one for you guys. Families are on their way out of the city. 60% plan to leave, and it's due to a lack of 3-bedroom units. I imagine we're talking about condo rentals here. Condo rentals, right?
Probably talking about Vancouver City again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not talking about Lower Mainland, not talking about any place else. We're just talking about Vancouver City. The smallest city in Western Canada, just so you know.
It is?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You're right. You're right, Bill, because when I look at this, too, due to the lack of 3-bedroom units, hasn't it always been that way in Vancouver, unless you owned a single family? You know, when these single families went down, either people put up mega homes or they put up condos. And most of them, whenever I've shown properties in Vancouver, condos, that they're 2-bedroom. I mean, it's been like that ever since I've been in the business.
It's true.
You know, that we in the Valley, which you're right, there is a sadly lacking of news in the Valley when it comes to all of these things in the paper. And in the Valley, for the most part, it is a no-brainer because families go to the Valley and they need 3 bedrooms so that there are properties when you finally get a building permit to accommodate these families.
Okay, you guys are going to love this question. A couple who purchased some property recently want out of their $3 million deal. They claim the illegal grow-up was concealed during the buying process. How do you hide an illegal grow-up?
It's easy to hide an illegal grow-up.
Take it apart first?
Well, you know what? It's usually registered with the RCMP.
The grow-up is?
If it's next grow-up.
Oh,
and you
okay.
know what?
I get
If the
it.
property is flipped 3 and 4 and 5 times, perhaps the realtor doesn't know, but the realtor needs to, both the listing agent and the selling agent, when it comes to a property, especially if you have any inkling, it could have been a grow-up or whatever, but that's one of the first thing you do is your due diligence. You go to RCMP and see if there's ever been a grow-up in the property.
And if it has, you've
done your best. That's all you can do.
Do you move on?
Well,
Oh, sorry, Bill? Yep.
Well, of course, the most important part is that you have to have a competent realtor. And like with Fern's a competent realtor, you know, they're going to do the due diligence. They're going to find out. I mean, I'm buying it. So here I am, Mr. Know Nothing, a buyer, going to buy a property. Oh, gee, the price is lower than any other property available. See, that's kind of a flag there because obviously there must be something wrong with this property. You know, did I expect something different? My realtor is going to check all those things. They're going to find out that maybe there was a grow-up in there that wasn't declared. And so they're going to do the due diligence. I mean, this sounds to me like people are just made an offer now and decide they want to get out of it.
So the best deal is you always check with your real estate agent, right?
Mm-hmm. People can do their own due diligence as well. You know, there's enough information out there that you're right, Bill. What I see here is that a little bit of a change in the market. They're in a $3 million deal. If they were in a multiple offer situation, they got caught up in the frenzy. And now the frenzy's gone. They got buyer's remorse and they want to get out.
Absolutely.
All right,
Doesn't
well,
make any sense.
I smell a bad moon rising, so we're going to carry on with the show right now. Headline News returns next week. What's coming up in the next segment of the program there, Fern? Coming up in the next segment of the program, I guess we're going to be joined by Bill's friendly lady who teaches them how to clean everything, right?
Sure does.
Is she back already?
She's back.
She is, Bill. She's going to. If you have sold your home, now the real fun begins. So you got to look after those nooks and crannies for the new buyer.
We're also going to speak with Alan Stewart of Royal LePage Real Estate. He is going to be on the show to talk about the second quarter Royal LePage Price House Survey, which came out earlier this week.
Say that 3 times in a hurry.
Price House Survey. I can't. No.
Well, that's quick. For more real estate information is coming up right now on Vancouver's original on-air open house.
It's Tom Lucas. Good morning with our co-host Fern Northcott, back from London, England of Remax Performance Realty. Bill Macklem on location in Prince George this morning. Bill is the president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Our producer is Dwayne Bishop, and you're listening to Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy, CIL 650.
Good morning. It's Tom Lucas from the Radio Real Estate Show, and here's Mike Farkas, the service manager at North Vancouver and East End. How's your weekend going so far?
How can it not be fantastic here in Vancouver? I have something that's going to blow you away. Any Nissan, from the trucks to the cars, we're offering 10% off any purchase and installation of genuine Nissan accessories, so you can pimp it out and just make it your own.
So it's that easy to do, 10% off?
Absolutely.
I can book online?
24/7, NorthVancouverNissan.com.
Hi, this is Fern Northcott from Remax Performance. Your real estate dreams begin with you. Real estate is the greatest investment you will ever make. Approach it as an adventure, financially and emotionally without mistakes. I have a plan for making your real estate investments work for you. Call or text me, Fern Northcott, at 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066, or visit fnorthcott.com.
Tom Lucas here with Norm Holmes, Vice President of Pioneer West. Norm, I need to know, who are some of your clients at Pioneer West?
Well, I consider our clients to be pretty much anyone, but predominantly our customers tend to be self-employed. Sometimes they're people that either can't provide credit or have bruised credit and need to repair that. And so we give them a mortgage to help them out.
So people can come in, sit down, talk to you, have a cup of coffee, and get all their questions answered, right?
Absolutely.
Go online. It's pioneerwest.com. That's pioneerwest.com.
Hi, it's Bill Macklem from Dominion Macklem Mortgages. You have equity in your home. You are over 65. We have some exciting financing options for you. Purchase your second home, help your children buy their home, or set up an annuity for life. Call Dominion Macklem Mortgages at 604-684-4663, 604-684-HOME.
CIL 650, the cleanup woman, 'cause she's tough. I mean, she really cleans up.
Now, this is the part of the program where our friend Bill Macklem and his dear wife, Kathy, pay close attention because, well, Bill, quite honestly, you need this woman's help, don't you, buddy?
Oh, you bet. Especially now, they're going to get home probably tomorrow, and that house has been collecting dust.
All right, take some notes. It's time now for our eco-friendly expert on the show. She's a cleaning woman. It's the cleanup woman. It's Monica Dina-Obriga. She's the founder of Mommy Maids. We have her on the line this morning with another tip. Monica, good morning.
So you've sold your house. You've purchased a new one. Congratulations. Now that stress is over, we can breathe again. But not so fast. The fun has just begun. Moving can be so exciting, but it's one of the most stressful times of your life. No one can imagine how much work it can involve. First, you find all these things that you didn't remember you had, tucked away in closets and under stairwells. You need to get rid of all the things that you don't need fast. Donate, give away, sell, dump. It is wise to try and eat all the things that you have already purchased and buy as little as possible because you don't need to move them, especially canned items. To lessen your stress, you can call upon the services of a cleaning company who can help you with packing and unpacking. They can offer services also like cleaning walls, in and out of cupboards, all your appliances, baseboards, windows and sills, as well as your basic clean. They can make the transition from one home to another a more pleasant and relaxing experience. Congratulations on selling your home, and try to stay stress-free. This is Monica Dina-Obriga for Radio Real Estate.
Mommy Maids will clean your castle with no hassle. Call Monica today at 604-533-4959. That's 604-533-4959. Or visit mommymaids.com. That's mommymaids.com.
It's 27 minutes after 10 o'clock, 10:27 on the Radio Real Estate program. I think it was Wednesday. The Royal LePage second quarter house price survey was released, and we're going to talk about that right now with a good friend of the Radio Real Estate Show. His name is Alan Stewart. First of all, Alan, you're on some sort of funky island somewhere, aren't you?
Funky Island? No, it's a peninsula.
Peninsula
on the Sunshine Coast. So we are connected to Vancouver, but it's a logging road to get here or a ferry.
So let me see, peninsula. That you're surrounded three sides in water, four sides would make it an island, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very smart, Tom. Oh, gosh, you're just right on the money today.
Well, technology is a grand thing, and Alan knows exactly what's going on. Royal LePage, what do you guys... hi, Alan. What do you guys do this kind of thing? We know that it's pretty expensive around here to try to buy a house.
Yeah, no kidding. It's why do we do the survey, or why do we sell real estate?
Well, first of all, I know why you sell real estate, because it's an honorable thing to do, but
I like houses and I like people.
Well, there you go.
Well, it's funny, and it's statistics are a very interesting thing I've come to learn, and so Royal LePage is owned by the parent company Brookfield, which is a really significant investor in the market, both in real estate as well as other ventures. But they're really interested in knowing what's happening in the market, and they don't always trust the stats that are coming out from different sources. So Royal LePage has taken it upon themselves to put together this quarterly housing price survey to give their take on what's happening in the market. And certainly it lines up with everything we're hearing from the real estate board and other sources, which is these kind of 25% or better year-over-year gains this quarter compared to the quarter two of last year.
Well, two-story homes have certainly increased year-over-year, right? 26.5%?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, it does seem, and I'm sure Fern can attest, it seems like the end has to be in sight somewhere, but we just can't seem to see it when it comes to looking at the numbers. It's low supply and always intense demand, and those two things lead to price increases. So we're not sure when it'll come to an end, but certainly the equity that people are realizing in their homes is significant.
Alan, I keep telling the story that in the early 1960s, my parents bought a little on a 33-foot lot, little bungalow in West Point Grey, about 3 blocks away from the university gates. I think Mom and Dad must have paid about $12,000 for it.
Well, my mother-in-law has certainly been, we've all felt like we've been very savvy real estate investors as we've moved along through time, and we've made good investments. But my mother-in-law has sat quietly on her piece of property in North Vancouver, doing nothing, not paying any property purchase transfer tax or commissions. And I tell you, at the end of the day, I think when we look at her, what she's made in real estate by doing nothing, it probably outperforms every one of us that have been trying so hard to trump it.
Yep.
Well, you know what? Things are going down memory lane right now. My father-in-law, God rest his soul, used to say, and I told Fern this many times, he used to say to me, he couldn't remember my name, he'd say, boy, because he called me boy all the time. He'd say, boy, if you invest in real estate for the long term, he says, you can't lose.
I think that's absolutely right. I mean, if you can afford to hold on to real estate, it certainly, in the long term, it has a tremendous effect. When you look back at the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver puts over the average housing price graph over the last 30-some-odd years, and it does start to look exponential. When we're seeing these kind of 25% year-over-year gains compared to last year alone, it's starting to look like this kind of exponential graph where things are just taking off, which is what's got first-time buyers panicking, that, geez, if I let it get away from me now, I'm not going to be able to get into the market, which is why we're seeing lots of activity. We're starting, we talked about me being up on the Sunshine Coast, and we're actually starting to see a lot of second property owners looking to sell their second properties, which have also escalated in value, in order to help their kids buy. So we're really seeing that as a driver when it comes to recreational properties, is families that want to help their kids get into the market in Vancouver. And the cheapest home you can buy in North Vancouver is $995,000, and your mortgage payments are going to be $5,000 a month. Kids need some help, and so we're starting to see that activity spark up as well in the outlying areas where people are selling their secondary homes in order to help the kids. So at least the money's staying in real estate for the family. They're just shifting where it is.
I guess a couple of years ago, with the help of Bill Macklem, my youngest daughter was able to move out to Chilliwack, of all places, and she's happy out there. She's got a wonderful home and a growing family. And I said, well, that's great, Miranda, but you'll never be moving back to the Lower Mainland again. Yeah. Not until I cash it in, at least.
Right. Yeah, you might want to check what she's putting in your coffee.
Yeah, right. That's true. But that's okay. Dad still knows how to sign that document. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's called power of attorney.
The markets, the Fraser Valley has performed equally as well as Vancouver, but it's just the size of the gains in terms of dollar value because of the initial starting price. It keeps it price prohibitive for people to move back into the Vancouver market. And we see that in Squamish and other outlying areas, Langley, where people are just, they're making the move out. The upside is that those communities with all this injection of cash are really starting to develop. I don't know if you've been to Squamish lately, but it really is becoming, it's not a city, but it's a very comfortable town now with all the amenities someone would expect from there. So it's those kind of neighborhoods are growing and changing. I know Pitt Meadows and Port Coquitlam, all those kind of neighborhoods that we used to think as outliers are really their own communities now and have the infrastructure to support them.
Yeah, they have all the services there too, which is really nice to see. A lot of new subdivisions go up and they have to drive, let's say if they go up in Abbotsford, you'd have to go to Langley. No longer is that true because now the services have caught up with the housing. I just wish the roads would.
Or if you live in the Sunshine Coast and you want to get your mail, you have to go to West Point Grey to get it.
Don't they have mail service there?
They have mail service.
Have mail service. It's funny, the coast is, there's lots of areas not unlike the Sunshine Coast where you used to have to make the trip back into Vancouver to get things.
It's not the truth. No longer.
But really now, all those neighborhoods have changed to the point where people don't need to get into Vancouver so much. And obviously there's some concern from people living and working in Vancouver about brain drain, where we're starting to see doctors, lawyers, those kinds of people move out to Vancouver Island, the coast, the Fraser Valley, because they can have, their earning doesn't change. They're still earning the same amount of money, but they can enjoy a much nicer lifestyle and forego the commute if they provide those services that people are now demanding in the outlying areas. So that is going to be a challenge for the city of Vancouver, I think, and the North Shore to hold on to those kind of service providers that are able to earn equally as much money in cheaper neighborhoods.
It's interesting you say that because I was talking to a doctor that runs a certain department at VGH, and he said he's got some openings for some very qualified people but he can't get them to come because the dollar figure that he's offering to pay them, you and I would go, oh, really? But they can't seem to buy a house. I don't know what the hell they're looking for, but they can't seem to buy a house.
Depends what you're used to.
Yeah. Well, that is some kind of a message when you're talking about specialists in the medical field not being able to afford housing. That's got to raise some eyebrows.
Well, I called Alan and I called Fern earlier because I was looking at this report and I said, well, I really cannot afford a 2-story home because, well, that's over $1 million. So I thought, next best thing, Fern, is a bungalow. Can I get into a bungalow?
Oh, hey.
What are you laughing at, Alan?
Where do you want to get in your bungalow? Out in Hope?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And do you want to have to replace the roof? I'm being facetious.
I know.
I'm being
Cost of bungalow's going up too, Alan?
Oh, unbelievable. I mean, and really, I think the reason why the bungalows are often outpacing the price of a 2-story home is often a bungalow would be a house that's built back in the 60s or 70s and is ripe for redevelopment. And with we have a limited amount of product out there. There's only a certain number of lots available in Vancouver because of the mountains and the water and the border. And so people are looking to redevelop. And so those bungalows are obviously the easiest target for someone who's looking to strike down a house and build out something new. So I think that's why you're seeing, 28.5% increases in bungalow pricing compared to the detached 2-story, which would be 26.5%. So the bungalows are realizing more in terms of price increases simply because they're more attractive to investors that are looking to redevelop.
Alan and Fern, maybe you could help me out here. I have got one more kick of the can. It seems the bungalow is out. It seems a 2-story house. Condos. How about you get me into a condo? Can I afford a condo?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I can get you one in White Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other side of the coin of these bungalow things, and I'm sure that Alan will say this as well, that when you get out in the valley, that the bungalows appeal to the baby boomers who are a great purchasing power these days because they don't want stairs. So, if you're trying to get anything ground level or you're trying to get a bungalow, they're just snapped up immediately, hence the 28.5.
Yeah, that's a great point, Fern. And I think when you look at the condos, as you mentioned, Tom, condos and apartments, when you have an explosion like is what's happened in the, if you just put the center of the real estate explosion right in downtown Vancouver, and one of our realtors, Richard Tack in West Vancouver, always says that if you're looking to live within a half-hour striking distance of Vancouver proper, your downtown core, you're going to be paying a premium. So when you get that explosion there where housing prices go up so quickly, the effects emanate outwards, but they also emanate up. So not only are we seeing the pressure on the outlying areas like Langley and Squamish, the Sunshine Coast, those kinds of areas, but we're also starting to see it on apartments, those above ground living, where people are being forced out to find affordability. So they may be up a little instead of out, but certainly the gains and increases in the condo market have been less impacted than the detached home market when it comes to looking at the Vancouver area. And condos, we're quoting for Greater Vancouver an 11.5% increase this quarter over the quarter 2 of 2015.
Affordability is, I think, what this whole thing is about, Alan. You say affordability is so important. And I just think of those people that live down in Yaletown, and they might have a nice place to live. Johnny, Mary, go outside and play in the traffic, and it's like right out your front door there.
Yeah, that's right.
Now I know why you've moved.
Yeah, but when you look at the parks and infrastructure around the cities now, I know my daughter who lives in town is she goes and plays soccer every a couple times a week anyway at some of the local parks right downtown in Chinatown, and there's better and better facilities for people to actually live right downtown Vancouver, and parks for the kids, those kinds of things. So it's the communities have had to change to accommodate the types of people, and the reality is if you don't have a backyard, you need to have those kinds of amenities like parks and pools and those things for people to enjoy when they're living right downtown.
That's a great story, but you forgot to tell us that your daughter is 36 years old. Just kidding. I'm kidding. We haven't had you on the show for so long, Alan. I figured we got to have some fun with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. Well, you can take as many shots at me as you want, Tom, because I stood you up on our last date, and I've been blushing ever since with embarrassment.
You are a good guy. I wasn't even going to go there today. I wasn't going to tell them that you stood me up. I stood here, I had my pretty dress on and everything waiting for you, and you didn't. No, I'm just kidding.
Feel like high school again, Tom?
No, it's like high school.
Yeah, that's right.
But Alan, I love having him on there because you know your stuff. How do you know all this stuff? How do you get all this information? How do you do that?
Computers are miraculous. I don't really have to leave my house anymore, and I can see what's going on.
Yeah, isn't it wonderful?
And surveys like this are great. Yeah, no, and Fern and I both, that you need to stay on top of this kind of stuff in order to be able to help your clients. So it's really important. I think realtors have access to information that is critical when people are making these kind of investment decisions. So I totally agree with you guys that talking to a realtor, and I know they've been run through the mud a little lately with all the stuff going on in the press, but we continue to suggest that a good realtor, just like a good driver, if you're not speeding down the highway, you don't have to sweat who it is that's pursuing you, because it doesn't matter if it's Vancouver Police or RCMP. If you're abiding by the rules and doing the right things, you got nothing to worry about.
I tell you what, Ellen, if you happen to have a spare room at that house of yours, Fern, Bill, and I would like to talk to you after the show.
Yeah, you bet.
Oh, boy. What's on the tap for the rest of the day? What are you doing today? Just relaxing? What are you doing?
I'm taking a little easy. We're taking some holiday time next week, so I'm going to mow the lawn and get things dialed in up here, and then we're going to take a week up at the cabin, so we're excited about that.
Well, let's see.
The weather will turn the corner. Maybe we need to go to Prince George. I hear it's nice up there.
We'll be talking to Bill shortly. Alan, I'll have you on the show again real soon, and go cut the lawn before you do anything else today, would you please?
Yeah.
Is it raining up there?
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Alan. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Is it raining there, Al?
No, it's not raining.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he wouldn't tell you anyway.
I knew.
That's for his birthday. We thought it was his birthday. We'll send him an umbrella. Alan, thank you, my friend.
Okay, have a good day.
You too, buddy. Alan Stewart. He is with Royal LePage, and where is he? The Sunshine Coast. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's beautiful there. Just
beautiful,
gorgeous there.
Beautiful. Well, coming up on the show, we have some more of the show. Bill, I guess Bill's not there. Is Bill there? He is there. Bill, what's coming up? Yeah.
I certainly am. We're going to be talking about Prince George. We're going to talk about affordability. We're going to talk about homes. We're talking about. Let me just refer to one thing we talked about earlier.
Okay.
Prime Minister moving out of the Vancouver area to the suburbs, just like every other generation.
Mm-hmm.
I think the hidden agenda in all those comments is not the fact that people are moving away from the downtown section. The main reason why they're talking about it is the fact that each municipality doesn't want to lose any of their people. But if it was one city, then they wouldn't care where the people went. They just make sure there's better transportation systems.
Okay, so let's put a for sale sign on Bill's house, Fern, and move him down to Yale Town. What do you think?
Hey, then his kids come.
Absolutely.
I think Bill's going to love it in Mailtown. Or call it Mailtown.
Slip of the tongue.
Yeah, coming up, we're going to speak with Don Mortimer. Now, you were telling me, Fern, that Don Mortimer has made a shift to where you work.
Yes.
His pictures on the website?
Yes. He's... I haven't met him yet in my office, but on our newsletter on the 9th of July, there is a thing welcoming him to my office. How cool is that?
Not only that, he had a birthday last week, too.
Oh, did he?
He's getting ancient, so we're going to hear from him no matter where he is,
awesome.
Right? All right. Anything else going on? Bill's going to talk about Prince George. Fern, you want to throw in a break with us? Yeah?
This is Fern Northcott of Remax Performance Realty with Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgage, our producer, Dwayne Bishop and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Vancouver's original on-air open house on Radio Real Estate on CL 650. Hi, this is Fern Northcott of Remax Performance. Your real estate dreams begin with you. You deserve the facts of a professional home evaluation based on the statistics of the MLS. To find out what your house is really worth, call or text me. Fern Northcott, 604-790-9066, 604-790-9066, or visit fnorthcott.com.
Good morning. It's Tom Lucas from the Radio Real Estate Show, and here's Mike Farkas, the service manager at North Vancouver and East. And how's your weekend going so far?
How can it not be fantastic here in Vancouver? I have something that's going to blow you away. Any Nissan, from the trucks to the cars, we're offering 10% off any purchase and installation of genuine Nissan accessories, so you can pimp it out and just make it your own.
So it's that easy to do, 10% off?
Absolutely.
I can book online?
24/7, NorthVancouverNissan.com.
Vancouver weather.
Well, I'm still waiting on that sunshine here in the West Coast. Looks like we could be waiting for quite some time. Clouds and showers in the forecast today, high in the mid-20s. I won't bore you with any more details. Clouds tomorrow, maybe some sun and some clouds on Monday when we all go back to work. Unless, of course, you're a real estate agent, then you have to work today after the show. No names mentioned. It's 17 degrees right now on the Radio Real Estate Show.
CL 650. It's a moving day in my hometown.
It's moving day in my hometown. I got, let me see. The house has been cleaned. The moving trucks are ready. The realtor's there with the keys to the new place. You're smiling. You're happy because that's when your job is done, right?
No.
No?
No.
I thought once you gave the keys to the new owners, your job was done.
No, then you've got the housewarming gift, and then you've got the follow-up, and then you've got all of that stuff, too.
Well, let's talk to Don Mortimer this morning. Not only did he have a birthday a little while ago, I hear he may have changed, not companies, but how do I put offices. And, we'll find out. He's on the line right now? Yes, he's on the line right now. Donald, good morning, my friend.
Good morning, sir. How are you this morning?
Hey, I'm darn fine. You sound like you're mobile this morning. Where are you going?
Oh, I'm going to show another property.
Never ends, huh? Just never ends.
No, it never ends, but I enjoy it every day.
That's the important thing. People keep asking me, they say, you do the radio real estate show, you talk to guys like Don all the time. Do I think this bubble is going to burst and say, I'm not a real estate agent? I don't think so. What do you think, Don?
Oh, I don't think so anytime soon.
Give me an idea of what you might have available for sale this weekend.
I've got a brand new listing in Newton. It's adult-oriented, 40-plus, one-level home, 1,250 square feet, townhome, I should have said. A nice little patio for $275,000. What a deal.
That's a good price. Whereabouts is it, Don?
137th and 72A.
And when's it open?
It'll be open house on the weekend from 2 to 4.
I'm coming to see it today. Put the coffee on.
I will, sir. This is Don Mortimer with Radio Real Estate.
If you'd like to buy or sell in Metro Vancouver, call Don Mortimer at 604-781-6000. That's 604-781-6000.
6,000.
6,000.
6,000. I saw his dollars. I got to get a hold of Don and find out when he made that move.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to, I'll text him after the show.
Because it's kind of a cool picture he has on the website.
Oh, I thought so.
Much better than the last one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't see the last one.
Oh, you don't want to.
Okay.
It's 15 before 11 o'clock. Here's a very special song for our friend, Mr. William Macklem. Now, that is one of the questions that the mortgage broker will ask you when you go in to apply for a mortgage. How much money do you make? I say lots. He goes, that's good enough for me. Right, Willie?
No, we're a little more specific. That actually need to see your pay stub, your notice of assessment. We'd like to see some deposits going into your bank for the last 3 months, and probably notice of assessment from Revenue Canada along with your T4 or T4A.
Mm-hmm. What about if I bring Dwayne with me? Would that help? There's no answer.
I'm sorry?
I said
I missed that question.
I think you missed that question on purpose. So today, you're on location in Prince George, and you're going to talk to us a little bit about Prince George. And we know that Prince George could be a wonderful place. If I wanted to sell my house here in the White Rock and move to Prince George, I could be a happy camper, right?
Absolutely. You know, there's a lot of things that we don't realize what's going on in our wonderful province. For example, up here in Prince George, for example, population up here is 88,000 people. It's the largest city in northern BC. It's at the Fraser and Chaco rivers. The University of Northern BC, as well as the college, put in about $780 million in income. You've got forestry. You've got an oil industry here. There's 5 billion barrels in the Chaco oil basin. So there's a real opportunity there. Plus, you have a major transportation hub going east and west. And I could talk a little bit more about that, but I won't. What I will talk about is the fact of the pricing of homes. So if you're looking at homes here like condos in Prince George, you're looking at somewhere between $99,000 and $250,000. That $250,000 condo would be a 2-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,200 square feet, which is a decent size. You can look at townhomes between 147 and 264. You're looking at a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2,100 square feet. So that's decent. You're looking at homes. You can buy a house here for $208,000, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,100 square feet. You can buy another one for $240, 5 bedrooms, 2-bath, 250 square feet. And you can buy a $320,000 home with 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and 26 square feet. So there's significant homes you do. So there's an interesting story. There's a couple that were down in Vancouver 2 years back. And they were thinking that they'd like to have a lifestyle that they have in Vancouver. They want to have a good job. They're getting a little tired of the long commute to work. And they're starting to get concerned about the housing affordability. So they made a list of all the things that they're looking for in terms of their lifestyle. So they want to have a strong economy. They want to have good work opportunities. They want to have affordable housing. And they want to have access to all the facilities in terms of outdoor activities, but they don't want it to be crowded. Well, they actually made a move here to Prince George. And they've been here now 2.5 years. They bought themselves a house. It's gone up in value because houses here are going up in value just like they are in the Lower Mainland. But this is a decent area to come to. You've got good opportunities for work. They've got 2 job offers already when they moved here. So they're working solid. The kids have got lots of opportunities, and they have a great outdoor activities summer and winter.
You were saying there's lots of opportunities for employment in Prince George. Can you give us a rough overview of some of the opportunities that might be available, Bill?
Well, what they're doing right now, the university is strong up here, as well as the cancer center up here. They've got some leading edge technology going on, so they're well renowned. So those two are going really well. The service industry is really strong here, as well as the forestry and oil industry is starting to pick up. So you've got some basic industries, and the service industry is unbelievable. I'm looking at the house building going on in the area, plus all the shopping centers being built. Like, there's a full service of opportunities here for anybody that's moving here. They may not realize that there is such a great plethora of retail establishments that they can take advantage of.
Plethora?
Plethora?
Well done. You've been reading your dictionary.
That's a holy.
No, I was up late last night.
Oh, he was up late last night working on this report, right,
there
Billy?
You go. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm impressed. My cousin is here. He's working with Scotiabank, and we've been driving around town the last couple of days just having to look around, and the amount of building that's going on and the quality homes that are being here. There's a real great market. There's more of a sellers than a buyers. So, people are getting a good dollar for their property. There's a lot of building going on.
You know, you were saying there's lots of building going on, too, and it's a great thing, too. There's lots of building in the medical society going on, because before, if you got to Prince George and God forbid you got sick, you had to come down to the Lower Mainland for treatment. But now it looks like you can stay up in Prince George and get all the world's best treatment you could possibly get.
Absolutely. They got a cancer center here that's second to none. So they've got a very strong economy here and a strong service industry. So there's not really any reason to leave here. Mm-hmm. There's another story about a Nation lady that has lived in the Lower Mainland her entire life, and her family have done well by investing in some properties, and they too are looking to make a move. So they moved up here, and they found that it is fantastic. And she's a little concerned about her Chinese heritage, and yet they have an opportunity to take part of the dragon dance in the Chinese community. So there's lots of opportunities here for people to get involved with the community itself. So it's very, very, and she's self-employed, so she has an opportunity to extend her business. And because it's a smaller community, a little less intimidating to make some inroads into some businesses. So she's done a really good job.
Oh, just a minute. There's a fax coming in here. No, it's a text. This is for Bill Macklem. This is that lady he was talking about in Prince George. Bill. Bill.
Yeah.
I think we're in trouble.
Excellent. Maybe we got a job offer.
You think so?
I think so.
I hope so.
We can always do the show from up here.
Well, listen, she wants you to come over for dinner and bring your wife, is what she said.
Well, we'll do that. We'll certainly bring some Chinese food of some sort.
That boy. Now, you're coming back to town next week, are you?
We'll come back tomorrow.
Okay. Bringing the whole family back with you?
Bringing the whole family back.
That boy.
We're bringing the van back. The old
really?
handy dart.
Yeah,
handy dart's coming back.
You know, because when Bill goes and makes house calls, he drives up in that nifty white van, don't you?
Well, it's a good way to be set up when you have all of your technology with you. I mean, hey, and I've seen in his van.
Well, I'm not going to go there. It's
it's called Have Mortgage Will Travel.
You guys are good sports. Billy, you're back in the studio next week, right?
Yeah, absolutely, buddy.
All right, you have a great weekend. Drive home safely. I'll see you soon.
Thank you so much.
For that report, yes. And what's coming up in the next segment, Fern?
Get expert mortgage information online by visiting billymac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, MAC.com, or by calling Bill directly at 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663.
In our next segment, we're going to hear from our radio real estate home handyman, Finn Jensen. This morning, Finn is speculating in real estate.
Mm-hmm. Good morning. It's Tom Lucas with a co-host, Fern Northcott of Remax Performance Realty, Bill Macklem, the president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Our producer is Dwayne Bishop, and you're listening to Radio Real Estate on CIL 650. Tom Lucas again with Norm Holmes, the vice president of Pioneer West. Let's talk about the advantages of dealing with Pioneer West.
Well, I think the biggest one is experience. Both David Stewart and myself have been in the business for over 35 years. We have seen it all, and we can help you through whatever financial situation you're going through. And the other one is service. We pride ourselves in giving top-notch service to our clients.
Find out more online, pioneerwest.com. That's pioneerwest.com.
Hi, it's Bill Macklem from Dominion Macklem Mortgages. As your mortgage broker, I am your home loan consultant, helping you finance the largest debt of your life. All of us want to make the right financing decision when we're making this choice. Even after you sign for your mortgage, we are still there for you. Call us, Dominion Macklem Mortgages, 604-684-4663, 604-684-HOME.
CIL650. I'm fixing a hole where the rain gets in and stops my mind from wandering. I'm filling the cracks that ran through the door and kept my mind from wandering.
Yeah, Finn Jensen is still up on the roof. You know what? At the radio station here at the on-air open house, they're actually paving the parking lot.
They are.
Which is kind of nice because
it's about time. Nice.
Dwayne can get his little skateboard and go around there. It'd be lots of fun. Did you bring the skateboard today?
I switched it up today. I got rollerblades.
Rollerblades, nice. And those are motorized rollerblades, too. Nice touch. 10:54 is the time, and the Radio Real Estate Home Handyman, Finn Jensen, is on the line right now. And Finn has been speculating in real estate. Well, I'll let Finn tell you about it. Finn, good morning.
Good morning, Tom, and good morning to everyone. Real estate and speculation gets a lot of ink these days, as if it were something new. Vancouver is not like an old city in Europe where plans were laid out hundreds of years ago. We're just getting started. So speculation, whether it benefits someone or not, is still a business. It's what fuels progress, and unfortunately, growing pains. Admittedly, rationalizing the issue doesn't help those looking for a home in a market like ours. However, it's helpful to recognize that not anything remains the same indefinitely. Change is inevitable. When and how remains to be answered. But it's safe to say, with the evidence at hand, BC hasn't done badly by its citizens. Exclusions have been few. The situations in need of adjustments are common to all administrations. No one gets everything 100% the first time. In our population, there are quite a number of individuals with interesting ideas on how to proceed with the housing market. Sober and well thought out as they are, we are up against a set of variables with important consequences, and all manner of initiatives will come down to speculation. And nobody knows that better than the people in the resource industries. With all manner of riches to send to market, we are, as they say, sitting on a gold mine. This is Finn Jensen for Radio Real Estate. Talk to you next week.
Have Finn take care of your plumbing and air conditioning needs. Fast, reliable, and dependable service is only 10 digits away. Call Gentech Mechanical Installations at 778-378-2740. That's 778-378-2740.
Well, thank you so much, Bill. It's 10:56 on the Radio Real Estate Show. Everybody is gallivanting around. Bill is in Prince George. Fern was over in Europe. We sent you over there for a special report to find out why the Brits want to get the heck out of the UK, out of the European Union. Is that what it's called, the EU?
EU.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just think about it, though, too, because everybody in Britain now has to change their license plates because all the license plates have the little circle of the stars of the EU.
Right.
It says GB in the middle. They're no longer part of that.
Wow.
So all the license plates have to be changed now, too. And that's just the beginning.
Well, I remember we used to change license plates every year here. Do you remember that?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Yeah, see? So, to them. It could be worse.
Money's got to come from somewhere.
Oh, my goodness. Now, I'm glad you're back. You're back. You never stopped working. I know you were over there for a week. We sent you over there. But, of course, through technology, you're able to carry on buying and selling homes for your wonderful clients. And you've got a couple of great listings for us this morning.
I do. And you know what? Honestly, this is the beauty of technology and being on this show. Because wherever I am in the world, I have to keep up on top of everything because you always ask me these obscure questions.
Well.
And, I don't want to look like an idiot. I can do that all by myself.
You too?
Yeah, right. So I have two new listings. Yes, I do. The first one's in North Delta. And it is a basement home that's located at 11413 86th Avenue. It is 46 years old. There is not a suite in the basement. It has a single garage, so a person can finish off the basement is finished, but finish it off the way they choose. 2 fireplaces, 1 up, 1 down, 3 bedrooms, hardwood floors. I've got it listed at $799,900. Give you the address again. It's 11413 86th Avenue. I'm not holding that open this weekend, but if you want to do a drive-by, please do. And last night, I listed a townhouse in South Surrey area, Morgan Creek area. And the address on that is 15168 36th Avenue. I've got it listed at $459,900. It's 1,379 square feet, and there is room in the basement behind the tandem garage for a bonus room that has a separate entrance. And it was built in 2004. $459,900. Address again is 15168 36th Avenue, and it is in the complex called Soleil.
You know, you use the expression drive-by. I think drive-by is the only, I think real estate is probably the only industry where you can actually use that term
I think so.
without having trouble.
I know.
So it's a crazy market here on the West Coast. Let's say I call you, Fern, after the show because I'm interested in buying one of your properties. Are there questions I should be asking you in this kind of market? Are there specific questions I should ask my real estate agent?
Absolutely. You know, the thing is that anything that is niggling in your mind, ask the question, because no question is too big or too small in any kind of market. And if you do not ask the questions that are bothering you, then they will manifest. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, I've been doing this for an awful lot of years, and I have had all kinds of questions, and I still get new ones because the market changes, conditions change, and it's always a challenge because if I don't know these answers, I got to find out.
And you go and look them up right away.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, a couple of weeks ago, I was in Billy Mack's office, and I had a question for Bill. I said, hey, Bill. He says, hi, Tom. I said, Bill, I got a question. He says, yeah, what? I said, do you have any more of your mom's cookies? Wrong question, eh, Bill?
No, that's a good question. That fact is asked quite often, matter of fact.
Well, I know that if you go over and you have a cookie at Bill's office, one of Mrs. Macklem's cookies, you're more able to sit back, relax, have a cup of coffee with a cookie, and sign the papers, right, Willie?
Well, not only that, but you're in more of a mood to actually listen and have a good discussion on your mortgage needs and wants and where you want to be in 5 to 10 years.
That's a good thing. So I think we should all come back. You're going to be back in town next week. Fern is here, and we have another discussion on real estate. What do you think?
Love to.
I think it'd be great.
Dwayne, can you be here next week, or are you gallivanting?
I can fit it in my schedule.
Okay, so we're all fitting your schedule. The listeners can be here. We'll put the open house sign up on the lawn, and we'll do the show again next week. What do you think?
Awesome.
All right, you have a great
I have
week.
the signs in the back of my van, and I tell you what, they've been to Calgary, and now Prince George are coming home tomorrow.
It's about the other sign, Bill, that we really got to be concerned about. Something about it. This van is... No, don't go there, Tom. Never mind.
No.
Never mind. Hey, have a safe drive home, my friend.
Thank you very much. See you next Sunday.
Yeah, well, Saturday. Say hi to Kathy for us. Fern, thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank God you had a safe trip.
Thank you.
And you're back, and Canada is still part of Canada, British Columbia.
I'm certainly glad to hear that.
However, we do have the new Victoria party starting up soon.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about that. The province of Vancouver Island, absolutely. It's 11 o'clock on the West Coast. Thank you, Dwayne. And we have a very special food and wine show coming up. Was it noon today? Or is it noon? At noon, 12 noon. So be listening for that.
I'm going to stay tuned. I'm going to stay tuned to that.
That a boy. Okay, we'll talk to you all next week. Have a great, wonderful weekend. It's Tom Lucas for everybody on the Radio Real Estate Show. Thank you. Bye.